Hello and welcome to the first episode of Bear Cash and Movie Tickets, the podcast where we talk movies, TV and everything pop culture. On this week's show, we're going to talk about the new Star Wars title, giving our review of Trainspotting 2, and finish off with a trivia game we're calling Pop Culture Mastermind. I'm your host George Sutherland, and joining me today we have William Bravery.
Hello, I am joining you today from Wyoming.
Next to him we have James Simpson.
Hello.
And lastly, Chris Hammond.
Hi.
For our first news story this week, we finally have a title for Star Wars Episode 8. Star Wars The Last Jedi. Will, do you like the new title, and what do you think this means for Episode 8?
I think the title's fitting with Star Wars. It does sound like a Star Wars title would do. But I don't really know what it means for the movie itself, to be honest. Because it could just be that Rey could be now the Last Jedi, because we still don't know her story, where she's come from, anything to do with her. Or it could just be something to do with Luke himself, or it could be, I don't know, I really don't know, George. We'll get
into all of that. James, your opinion on the new title?
I guess the concerning factor for most Star Wars fans is the fact that it's called The Last Jedi would worry people that it might be the last in the Star Wars saga.
There's still another, it was a confirmed trilogy, wasn't it?
Shut up. I haven't seen that, so...
You're a fool.
They've confirmed Episode 7 to 9. So Chris, you hate Star Wars.
I do.
What about the movie title?
Well, it's not that I hate it, I just haven't really had the time to see it.
It's been out for... Yeah.
You've had about 30 years.
Yeah, but they're long and, just can't be asked.
Not fair. Cool. No. So, the new title, The Last Jedi. A lot of people point out The Force Awakens, the first one, The Last Jedi, and then there's been plenty of memes for the next one, whatever that might be. Overall, the Star Wars titles, I don't think they've never been cryptic. I don't think. A New Hope, obviously Luke, Empire Strikes Back.
They always lead to something in the story.
William, what are your predictions for Episode 8?
Well, I don't know, because it could be that it could be a story based around Luke himself, or
because when they're saying the Last Jedi, well, is that?
But then is that still Luke as the last
Luke?
Jedi alive, or is it Rey who's now becoming the Last Jedi?
Yeah, or is it? It can be plural. I personally believe it's the Last Jedi, as in both of them.
Yeah, or it could just be sort of like the whole race in general. It's not cryptid, but it's still got some. Yeah, it's got. I mean, I think what you get from it is what the story is going to focus on. The center of this story is going to be on Luke and Rey, which I'm looking forward to. I think that's where it needs. That's where it needs to go. I think that's where Force Awakens ended, was progressing into Luke and Rey's story and how they're linked in what manner.
Yeah, missing Luke Skywalker in the first one, I think now it's the time. Give us all the Luke. Yeah. The movie needs to give us what has Luke been doing. We know he's been looking for the Last Jedi Temple. So has he been on that island for? We know from you guys wouldn't have read, but Bloodline, the Star Wars novel, set 6 years prior to Force Awakens. Mainly follows about Princess Leia, but you get snippets of Luke and Ben Solo, Kylo Ren. They're off adventuring or whatever they're doing. It's not.
He's the one with the funny mask in the Force Awakens, Chris.
What's the Force Awakens?
It's the Awakening of the Force.
It's
7 of them?
It's the remake of Episode 4.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just a bit bigger.
It's just got a planet instead of a moon. But that's no moon.
What? Did you like Episode 7?
Yeah, I did, but it's just
it was
exactly the same as Episode 4.
It was similar. I thought it was more of a homage. It definitely rebooted. It definitely rebooted the universe after George Lucas finished episode 3 and said, "Well, they're never doing another Star Wars movie."
What did you think of the lens flares, George?
Yeah. There was a couple. There was a couple.
It wasn't quite as bad as what else did he do in? Oh, Star Trek.
What's Star Trek?
J.J. Abrams is what we're talking about. He's a tank.
Who?
J.J.
Chris Pine?
Chris Pine. No, he's in Star Trek. Finally, we should mention Chris Pine. We have a link later to Chris Pine. I'm running the story.
Is he in the new Pitch Perfect?
No, he isn't. That is coming out at the end of the year, which we are going to see. That will be a running joke for this series, George. It will literally just be me talking about Pitch Perfect in every single episode.
I like it.
James has watched it.
I have.
What did you think of it, James?
I was very moved by it. Certain parts of me.
Was it as you thought it would be?
It was brilliant. You can't say much more about it, really.
Exactly. I mean, it's just a brilliant, happy film to watch. Feel-good film.
Very amusing.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Bit of singing, bit of dancing.
A lot of references.
Yeah.
It's good film.
I'm cutting all this stuff out of Pitch Perfect.
Why are you trying
I don't blame you.
That linked really well.
Going back to Star Wars after your Pitch Perfect rant.
It wasn't even a rant.
It was a rant.
I was just singing its
We'll
praises.
get into the Pitch Perfect rants later, I'm sure.
What rants? There is nothing to rant about Pitch Perfect.
Other than that, we need
Let's
more.
try and move on.
We just need more of them. Fuck Star Wars off. We don't need 9 episodes of Star Wars. We just need 9 episodes of Pitch Perfect.
No.
Yes. Why not, George?
What would the saga be to Pitch Perfect?
Well, I don't know.
Pitch Perfect 2.
Yeah,
Well,
but
really
there's
had-
no
They take over the world. I don't know. Fucking... It's a cappella. It's awesome.
One song at a time.
Getting back onto Star Wars for the second time. This year, of course, we had, last year now.
Rogue One.
We had Rogue One, but you also had the passing
What's that?
of Carrie Fisher, which was very a bit of a shock. Now, Lucasfilm have come out and said that they're not going to do a CG version of Leia. They finished shooting episode 8, so she will be in that one. What's your opinion on her being in episode 9? They haven't shot anything, not that I know of, not that we know of. Will Princess Leia character be killed off? Or will she just be in the background, just referenced, or what do you think?
I'm not sure. I don't think they will kill her off, just because normally in movies, or film, TV, everything, if somebody does pass away in real life, they don't tend to kill them off in the...
Yeah, it's different.
They
Like
tend-
when Paul Walker passed away during the filming of Fast 6. Well,
Fast 7.
Yeah.
One of them. There's so many, I don't know.
It's too many. There's too
But
many.
he'd filmed like half that film.
Yeah, but I think, I think the difference with because they got his brother to
Yeah, they used a lot
CGI.
for the images.
But I think with that, because he was already halfway through filming, they couldn't then just stop.
Yeah.
So just for the sake of the film, but even then, they still didn't kill him off. They just
they're still
wrote
talking
it
that he
out.
might be in some of the other.
So I think
later
it's,
films,
I
which
think they
are
just
just
I think they
terrible.
will just write her out of it. She won't be dead to just be more referenced as a bad character.
What would you think they should do? Now, they said they're not going to use the CGI there. What's your opinion on that? Do you reckon, do you think they should?
No,
No?
because she's not involved in it at all. So I think
Spoiler warning for Rogue One. Do see Princess Leia. She only has one line. A CGI version. I don't think the technology's there to do the whole film with a CGI Leia.
I'd quite like them to just. I'd quite like them to just to write her out and just have her as a bad character.
Yeah, well, I think finishing the section up, I think the work Carrie Fisher put in to getting ready for Star Wars Episode 7, she got healthier. She took acting lessons. I think she put so much into the character that I think it's a shame to. I think she'd be the first person to say keep this character going. It'd be a disservice if we didn't carry on the character with that being books. So
I think she could make cameos, but I don't think it's going to be. She won't be a pivotal role, as I think she could have been if she was still here.
Do we make you want to watch Star Wars, Chris?
No. So George, what is your opinion on Pitch Perfect? We don't see Pitch Perfect 3.
Right, moving on. This week, nominations for the 89th Oscar Awards were announced. We're going to break down some of the bigger categories. So starting with Best Picture. James, have you seen any of those films?
Well, George, no.
That's cool. The nominations for Best Picture, we have Arrival, Fences, which isn't out in the UK yet. Fences, Hidden Figures, and Moonlight. They have not been released in the UK yet. We also have Hacksaw Ridge, Hell or High Water, which both me and Will have seen.
We have spectated.
La La Land, Lion, and Manchester by the Sea, which I have seen.
So George, what is your opinion on these films?
This is going to be me giving my opinion. We'll go Hell or High Water first.
Yeah.
Chris Pine, Ben Howard? I don't know.
Can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name. Yeah. Jeff Bridges in it. I thought it was. I enjoyed the film. I don't think it was the best. It focused a lot on the relationship between those two brothers, Chris Pine and Ben Howard's character. Will, what did you think of that?
I didn't think it was a great film, to be honest. Like, it had a lot of promise, and like you expect it to be quite action packed. But I do feel it went more into like the actual story.
It's very much from the characters.
The biggest problem that I had was I could just about get behind Chris Pine's character in it. I just couldn't get behind his brother.
Yeah, his brother.
It's very difficult, man. To like there were parts in the film when I was cheering on like the Rangers to actually go and get them rather than.
Yeah, well, I think it does contrast a bit because Jeff Bridges and I forget the other actor's name. It follows both of those stories.
But yeah, I just
balances between them.
I just couldn't really care why they were doing it, to be honest. It's just a bit too long-winded and not really enough. The last act probably was quite good. The rest of it was very disappointing.
The other film I've personally seen, Manchester by the Sea, which I enjoyed a lot more than Hell or High Water. I love that film. I thought it was brilliant. is a very sad. You need to know when you go to watch that film. You need to know what you're getting into. Is sad. Is a depressing story. But the reason you need to see it, I think, is the performances. Casey Affleck, Michelle Williams. They play such human characters. Christian James, you haven't seen any of those films. Which films are you looking forward to seeing?
I briefly saw Hacksaw Ridge, the first 10 minutes of it or so. It instantly sucked me, and I just didn't want to ruin it for when we go see it. It looks very good, and from what I've read and heard about it, it looks really, really good.
We'll go and see it. I think we're going to see it this week. Maybe it might be we'll give a review for it on the show next week.
It was Ben Foster.
Ben Foster, yeah. Hacksaw Ridge. I think it was surprising is Mel Gibson, like Mel Gibson or not, controversial Mel Gibson, he got his Best Directing nomination, which I think he deserves.
He's very good at gritty films.
Oh yeah, he's a fantastic director. James, you look forward to Hacksaw Ridge?
Definitely, yeah. From what I've seen of the trailers, it looks brilliant. It's getting all good reviews.
Any other films you're looking forward to watching on
La La Land?
I
don't know. I'm twice because it has got twice a lot of praise at Golden Globes and everywhere else really.
Yeah, and
I don't know. I'm not
a musical.
I don't like musicals, but then
you just put the whole thing.
Pitch Perfect is
still not a musical.
It's still a comedy.
It's definitely a comedy.
It's still a comedy.
There just happens to be a lot of singing in it.
Yeah. It is first and foremost. It is,
but they're not singing their lives like in a musical. They're singing on the film.
Yeah, exactly.
I think La La Land's got the nod.
I think it should sweep up.
I think most likely it's about Hollywood, voted on by people in Hollywood. It's just that movie that's probably going to sweep up. We need to see it. I think.
George, don't sit by yourself and report back to us.
I think I might have to. But we'll just point out some of the other performances that people have been nominated for. The ones I've seen, we've got Best Supporting Actor, Michael Shannon for Nocturnal Animals, which I thought was great in that. Other ones that I've seen, Best Actor, Viggo Mortensen for Captain Fantastic. There's another great story, really good feel good story. I watched that after watching Manchester by the Sea, which was good therapy. And the other one I have seen would be Natalie Portman for Jackie, Best Actress, which she deserves to win that. Yeah, she's absolutely fantastic in that film. Yeah, the movie's not that good, but
no, I didn't really enjoy it, to be honest with you, but really well acted.
Oh yeah, it's purely Natalie Portman at her best. The ceremony isn't till I believe February 23rd or 26th. After check.
February 26th.
Okay, so we'll try and leading up to that time, we'll try and watch as many of these, especially Best Picture nominations, and then before our last show before the Oscars are announced, we'll give a breakdown of which ones are our favourite. Then once we've actually seen them.
You mean once you've seen
them? Once I've seen them. Well, yeah. Let's talk a bit about you. Before we move on to our review, Trainspotting 2, sadly me to say that this week John Hurt passed away, aged 77. I think we can all say that John Hurt was a fantastic actor in films such as Alien, The Elephant Man, and Harry Potter. He'll be missed. Right, carrying on with the podcast, let's move on to the review of the sequel of one of my favourite films of all times, Trainspotting. Danny Boyle continues the story of characters Renton, Sick Boy, Spud, and Begbie over 20 years on. Chris, what did you think of the film? Did it live up to the original?
I actually thought it was on par, if not better than the original. I really, really enjoyed the film. It had me laughing throughout, pretty much.
I really, really enjoyed the film. Both of them were absolutely incredible together.
I think the story it carries on with.
That's what I think. Yeah, like the second one, like if you've seen the first one as well, is the best film I think I've ever seen.
Because I've seen Trainspotting many times. I showed it to you guys about a year ago or so. I think it was the first time you've seen it, maybe less than a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I love the first one. I think it
encapsulated the whole emotion and everything that went into the first one. It was just incredible to remake that 20 years, especially even all of the acting. I thought was absolutely amazing because they were exactly the same as they were 20 years ago.
They were carrying on the characters. I think what I love so much about the first one is very much character-based stories. It's about these characters, about Ewan McGregor, what he's going through. And the second one, I think even more so than the first one, was very character-driven.
Yeah.
They're fantastically written. Get what they're about. You want them to not succeed, but
no, I think you do. I feel like they all made you want to get behind them, especially found Spud in the second one. In the first one, I enjoyed his character; I thought he was great, but I didn't care too much about him because you didn't really get to know much about him.
I like the way he was drawn in the film a lot more.
Yeah, whereas this one, he is the most pivotal point in the film.
Yeah, I like
exactly. Yeah,
because you just don't expect it at all from the film to be as centered as it was to.
It was Spud is, I think, by far, especially in this one, is the most likable character.
Oh, easily, absolutely,
Yeah,
easily.
definitely.
You really feel for Spud.
And I think there was no better way to end the films than by.
Oh yeah, we won't go to spoilers.
I think that was the perfect end to the whole, like, is it a series? What do you call? Yeah, you can tell that it was like a really well written book in the first place.
Yes, yeah, based on, but you do learn the origins of why it's called Trainspotting.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
which you probably know if you read the book.
You'd know. Anyway,
there's a second book that's called. The first book is called Porno.
The second one's called Trainspotting.
The second one's called Trainspotting. The second one's called Trainspotting.
Yeah.
The start of that film, I was really worried. It didn't start well. I thought it was pretty bad to start with.
Oh, I thought it started brilliantly.
It felt a bit cliched. The characters felt a bit, they didn't feel like the Trainspotting characters. Not until about half an hour in, then it sort of switched for me. You see this in the trailer, but once Rent and the Sick Boy finally meet back together, I think that's where it started to get really good for me, and it finished absolutely fantastic. How I wanted it to finish.
Yeah, I think it was. I think that they had to have the start to be just to sum up what's happening. So I felt like you said, the first half hour was more sort of really quick to catch up. It was
just too many. It was a lot of montages.
It was just trying to give you an idea of what they've been doing the last 20 years.
It was a lot of exposition.
I think the problem is because it has been 20 years since the first one came out. I don't like. I think if you're just going into the cinema to see it, like for your first time, you haven't seen the first one, then it does make you catch up on what has happened in the first one.
That's the thing
you've got to feel like it is, because it's such a long time ago now, really, in movies especially, that without it, then because we were with my mate Jamie. He'd never seen the first one, has he?
No, but he still thoroughly enjoyed the film. Thought it was really good. So.
Yeah, but I don't think he would have got quite as many of the references as he did.
It was a lot. It's very reference heavy. I won't spoil when the classic song of Trainspotting is "Lust for Life," Iggy Pop. The way they use it in this film, I think, is fantastic. I won't go into it because if you're a fan of Trainspotting, you're gonna love that. The moment when it comes on. This was in the trailer, but there is a Choose Life. So you and McGregor choose life.
I like the way that was explained.
That was brilliant.
Yeah. Really went into a rant about it.
It was a great scene. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, what a great scene. So there was a new addition to the cast, Veronica. I can't remember the actress's name. What did you think of her? Do you think she fit well with the four?
Yeah, I think she really did. I think she added a bit to it. Didn't go off the main characters too much.
I don't know in terms of screen touch. Yes,
she did play quite a big role.
She's got a lot. No, yeah, she was a vital character.
Yeah,
she's pivotal to the ending as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously.
The way she drives it through.
Let's rate the film, shall we? William,
I'm going to give it a solid panda.
A panda.
Yeah, we've got a new rating system. We
didn't discuss a rating system.
No, this is what we discussed. We'll let everybody choose their rating, and then we will explain what the rating is.
Okay, so you rated it a panda. James, are you going to say something stupid as well?
Not quite at a panda. I'll go for a solid koala.
Chris, shall I ask?
I have to back Will up on a panda, actually. Very, very strong panda.
Right, okay. So
what is your rating system, which will not continue, by the way?
It will continue. Which is a brilliant trick. So our method for this, George, right, is bear cash. So we thought we might as well do a bear rating system.
A bear.
So you have
bears.
Yeah. So 5 bears. Starting with the panda is the top bear, because everybody loves a good panda. They are the best bear. And then second, we go for a solid polar. Polar's a good bear. Again,
see, I thought it was koala was second.
No, koala's third.
My rating.
Yeah. Do you want a polar?
So I think I want a polar. Yeah.
Between polar and panda.
Yeah, I do it between a polar and a panda. And then koala is the third bear, because they are cute and tiny. And they do look quite vicious incredible, but they're vicious and they stink. They're disgusting. I believe Wilfred Grizzly was the fourth, because it's just an average bear. Full out by black bear, because they're just a bit boring and they don't even eat meat. I don't believe they're. I believe they're herbivores, aren't they?
Your rating system. If you're going to go a real rating system,
Angela Negialkova was Veronica.
Okay, she was really good. I don't know if I've seen her. I don't think I've seen her in anything else.
I don't know. I just have a quick look.
Getting on back to a rating out of a normal rating out of 10.
Bear.
Just give me a rating out of 10.
Yeah, I told you, a panda. It's between 8 and 10 out of 10.
Just give me a name.
5 out of 5. 5 stars. Panda.
James,
Panda.
I'll just give up. I'll give up on
If we're going for stars,
no, just rating out of 10.
Polar bear.
Fuck you guys.
Just stick with the bears, George.
We'll just go with my rating, which I think I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Panda.
So that's still a panda, isn't it?
It is still a panda.
It is between a panda and...
Pandas are the best
bear. Why do you not
bear.
like our rating system?
Your rating system's terrible. It's
Why
so
is it terrible?
confusing.
Bear
It's about
Trash.
Bearcat.
It's amusing. People know how high a panda is rated out of 10.
How could you not?
How do you not understand what a panda is?
Oh, I just cut it.
No, the panda system's good.
Panda system's terrible. The one person that's like listened to this is now switched off.
Why?
No, they like pandas.
They like panda. Everybody likes a bear.
If anything, he's just told his friends because they've got, panda fetishes.
But sure, there should be bear fetishes.
No, just pandas.
Let's just move away from this Trainspotting 2. Great, overall, great movie.
Just to
great
sum it
movie.
up, one of
Whatever
the
you
best
were-
films I've ever seen.
Yeah.
As like both of them, the best like series.
We'll
Whatever
go
you
for
call it.
series,
Yeah,
yeah.
whatever
And
series.
for a film that we all thoroughly enjoyed, I think that's something.
It is
on its
so because normally we don't all like.
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
very
film.
different tastes,
Very
but-
different tastes.
Yeah.
But if we all like it, just don't watch it. Just watch it.
Oh, definitely go and see
Absolutely.
it. Yeah. Now let's finish off our first episode, shall we? We're going to play a game we're going to call Pop Culture Mastermind. One of my guests has selected a category from the world of pop culture. Now, this could be Star Wars, Game of Thrones, and they will get 15 questions on this subject. 1 point for every correct answer. If they get the answer wrong, my other guests will have a chance to steal, resulting in a minus point for the contestant. James was chosen to go first, and he selected the category of Harry Potter. James, are you ready to prove yourself as a Harry Potter
Nerd.
trivia
Wizard? What do you call him?
Wizard Harry.
You're a wizard, James.
I am a fanboy.
I'm a what?
A Harry Potter fanboy.
Indeed, I'm ready.
Right, we're going to start off with some easy questions and finish with moving on to the harder questions. James, are you
That's what
ready
she said.
for your first question?
I am ready, George.
What's the time limit? Is
Time
it like for questions?
You got about 15 seconds to answer.
Okay,
so.
that's good.
Well, depending on the size of the question.
Yeah.
Just don't take too
Hermione
long.
Granger.
James, first question.
Who plays
What is the name of Filch's cat?
Oh.
Mrs. Norris.
Mrs. Norris, that is correct. 1 point for James.
You might want to store this down, George.
Are we rating it on bears?
Bears? Is this a bear rating?
Am I getting one bear per answer?
Second question. Name the 3 balls used in Quidditch.
Quaffle, the
Between.
snitch, and the is it a bludgeon?
Correct. James, question number 3. What are the 3 unforgivable curses?
That would be the Cruciatus curse. The other ones I can't remember. One's the killing curse. Don't what the actual name is. So
I'll accept the killing curse. It's commonly referred to as the killing curse.
yeah, and the other one is actually the Imperious curse.
Okay, we'll correct that. Is Avada Kedavra. Question number 4. Who founded the Order of the Phoenix?
That would be Dumbledore.
Correct. Question number 5. Who was the Quidditch commentator in Harry's first years at Hogwarts?
Dean Thomas.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
You have a chance to steal, you guys.
Ron Weasley.
Incorrect. The answer was Lee Jordan.
Damn it.
Why does he not have a go?
Well,
Lee
both,
Jordan.
both of you have a chance to steal.
Yeah, but he didn't get a chance.
It's between you. Collaborate.
My favourite character,
Oh.
the Flash.
Question number 6. Which London station does Hogwarts set off from platform 9 3/4?
King's Cross.
Correct.
No, it's not, is it? Is it not Charing?
No,
Still
King's
King's Cross.
Question number 7. How does one open the Marauders map? What do they have to say?
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
Correct.
Mate, this is bullshit.
He's doing well. Question number 8. What is required of a person to be able to see Thestrals?
They have to have witnessed death.
Correct.
What's a Thestral?
It's a flying horse.
Oh, is that a
Flying
flying horse? That's what we talked about earlier, flying horses.
Yes.
Is that a unicorn like?
They're very skeleton looking
You like Skeleton, Order of the Phoenix.
So why would they fly if they're skeleton looking?
because they got wings.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Continue. We'll let them off.
Question number 9. Name the 3 wizard schools that compete in the Tri-Wizard Tournament.
Cool one. I know one's a load of French people, but no idea what the name of the school is. No, we're out on this one.
Wee wee Harry.
Bonjour. Incorrect then. Okay.
Are we allowed to collaborate?
You collaborate. You don't know them.
Yeah, we do. Slytherin.
No. Incorrect.
No, that's not an answer. We're
I would like to
discussing.
steal. I would like
No,
to
we're
steal.
still discussing.
Forest Boys,
Millet.
Millet, and Trainspotting 2.
Incorrect.
Anna
And
Kendrick.
the answer was Hogwarts, Beauxbatons, and Durmstrang.
Fucking said that.
I knew Hogwarts.
You just edited it
That's
out.
why I had to know the other two.
Well,
Do
yeah,
we get
you wanna
points
go
for each one of them?
No.
Oh, good. That's a bit
Uh,
unfair, isn't it?
No.
Why?
Just shut up.
This is a shit name,
Number
George.
10 is a difficult one. Number 10. What are the words written on the gravestones of Harry's parents?
Their names.
I think he's right with that one.
He is not wrong.
You're not wrong, but sorry.
Give the man a point for that one.
What are the
He needs a
words?
point.
There's a phrase.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
No, I'm afraid we have to pass on this one.
I'm a wizard.
William? Chance to steal?
I'm not a wizard, Hagrid. I'm
Incorrect.
just Harry.
Chris, chance to steal.
No, just Harry. You are a wizard. What? Don't be a wizard, Hagrid. I'm just
Bye.
Harry. Wizard.
As you can probably tell, you've never seen Harry Potter, have you?
I've watched the first two when they came out back in like 2000. I haven't watched anything since.
Chris, you haven't seen them either.
I actually have. Fuck you. I genuinely have.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah.
why don't you know any of the
Manchester
answers?
knows
Yeah, why didn't you know
himself.
anything else then?
So I don't pay attention to shit. do I?
What was the answer?
The answer was the last enemy that shall be destroyed is death.
Definitely was never going to remember that.
Right, I'll give you a bit more time. James, question number 11. Name all the Weasley siblings.
Ginny,
Correct.
Ron,
Oh,
Fred, Percy, Fred's brother. Can't remember his name.
Surely it's all of them, bro.
What
You're
he said.
you're three more.
George,
Yeah,
and the one who got his face clawed by the wolf. I can't remember his name.
you're missing two more.
Oh shit! Don't know. They got too many brothers.
So what he said.
Parents have been busy.
Add on.
Put that in.
Adam
there's no
Barry.
point in going to Will. Chris, do you know the other two?
Barry.
So
Still
who's
Barry.
he got so far?
He
What he
has
said.
Ginny, Ron, Fred, George, Percy.
Jenny?
He's missing the two older ones.
Bertie. He's a bus in Thomas Dungeon.
I don't know.
You're missing Charlie and Bill.
Oh,
I
I
was
was going to
actually
say
No,
that.
I was actually going to say Bill, but then I thought as well. I thought that's way too.
Oh, where's Barry? I just wanted to
Bill's the one I was thinking of that gets his face clawed.
Yeah,
Yes, he
that's
does.
the one I thought it was. But yeah,
What did he get his face torn off in?
He got it flashed by the old Fenrir Greyback.
He
What?
did, yes. In,
You know
He's
this
a
shit.
werewolf.
Man, how the
In
fuck do
Half-Blood
you remember
Prince,
all
yeah.
this? Bro?
Because he's clearly an avid watcher.
Really didn't remember that much. Couldn't remember the names.
You remember 5 out of 7? I got about 3.
I
No, I
knew
got wrong.
Ron. Percy. I knew Percy. Was his brother called?
number 12.
Oh, and Ginny.
What does OWL stand for?
Owl.
Ordinary wizarding level.
Correct.
No, it's not. It's owl. It's just. What was
I
it? I
thought
thought
it
it
was
was
old wanky lady.
What's the owl
Put
called?
that in.
Hedwig. It's Hedwig. Is what it stands for.
Yeah. Question number 13. Name the spell that is used to modify or remove parts of someone's memory.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Obliviate.
Correct.
What is Wingardium Leviosa? That is
That
one.
makes stuff float.
Oh,
Makes it fly, yeah.
so why didn't they just do that to the horses instead of having magical horses that have wings?
True that.
There's a plot. There's,
I
There is
wouldn't,
a
I
flaw
wouldn't
in the
try
plot.
and pick plot holes in Harry Potter because there is a
There's
lot.
so many.
okay. Well, yeah. It's all magic. That's a big plot.
Yeah, that is the answer to all the questions.
Yes, the
When you
answers
find a problem, it's magic.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Question number 14. List all of Voldemort's 7 Horcruxes.
Oh, I can
Ooh.
do one of them.
One is Nagini, the
Correct.
snake.
Magic.
One is Tom Riddle's diary.
Correct.
Another one is Ravenclaw's tiara thing.
Correct.
Hufflepuff's cup.
Correct. You got 3 more.
Oh,
Another one
I
is
should get this
the ring. So
Correct.
The locket.
Correct. And there was 1 more.
Harry.
Correct.
Fucking knew that one, boys.
You actually knew one of the
Harry.
answers.
I actually knew the
Yeah.
answer to that one.
Fair enough. You wouldn't have got the other 6. But.
Yeah.
I knew the stone. I knew the stone, the snake, and Harry. The snake was the big snake, wasn't it? Yeah.
Last question, James. What is the name of Ron Weasley's favourite Quidditch team?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Never going to get that.
Maybe you have a chance to steal?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
For some reason, I think it's something to do with wasps or bees or something.
The correct answer is Chudley Cannons.
See, I was close.
Quidditch is an actual sport now in the UK.
Yeah, it
There's
is,
like,
yeah.
there's a Premier
A load
League
of
for
twats
it.
running around on the floor
So
with brooms.
understood, yeah.
Leave that in.
It's all chased after a man dressed as a golden bull. It's like bloody Jasper Carrot's golden bulls all over again.
Brilliant TV show.
Classic.
I miss a bit of Jasper
Yeah,
Carrot.
so do I.
Hey.
I miss his golden balls.
Sure. Right, well done, James. You got a 10 out of 15
Bullshit.
questions. Right, no minus
Very
answers because these guys
Oh,
were
it is.
terrible.
How are we supposed to know these answers?
True that.
James did.
Yeah, but it's because he's an idiot. He's clearly got too much time on his hands. He watched Harry Potter yesterday. All of them.
6 times.
And with that, I think we'll conclude our first episode of Bear Cash and Movie Tickets. I'd like to thank my guests. Will, where can people find you online?
You can find me on all of the Faceballs, the Twitballs, Instaballs. Just find me.
What's your
I just believe it's just Will Bravery 94.
James?
Yeah, I've got the old Facebook.
Did you set up a Twitter account?
I do not have a Twitter account.
Set one up.
Still not going
to. Chris, have you set up a Twitter account?
I haven't, but you can find me on number 3 on the National Crime Watch list.
He's at the top of the sexual offenders register.
And
it's funny, he lives opposite a stroke.
Staggering account on ratemypoo.com.
Are you on eatfucked.com as well?
Not yet, I'm working on it.
Are you working up to that? Go on it, trust me.
It's incredible.
You will
change your life.
You fucking idiots.
Yeah. And you can find me at GRW Sutherland. And
did I follow you? Did I follow you on Twitter?
I do not know.
Can we just finish?
Finish up, Will.
That's what she said.
Hey.
You can listen to this podcast on YouTube, and we're working getting it on iTunes and they might do iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for joining us, and check back next week for more Bear Cash and Movie Tickets.